There's a reason we feel something profound in the high places. Mountains are not just landscapes, they are living histories. They are sacred spaces that have shaped legends and changed souls, reminding us that the world is still full of wonder. Welcome to Horizons of the Soul. We believe a journey doesn't require a ticket. Let's visit the places that can leave an imprint on your soul for a lifetime, even if your feet never touch their soil. Sanctuaries you can return to in thought long after this video is over. Being here feels like being a character in a myth, a tiny particle in a world built for giants. The sense of ordinary reality fades, replaced by a deep humility before nature's imagination. In southern China, where mists roll like living things between pillars of sandstone, rises Zhangjiajie. These towers seem carved by intelligence older than human memory. Walking through feels like moving through a dream made solid. The cliffs rise over 3,000 feet, draped in vegetation and clouds that never quite lift. Local legends speak of mountain spirits dwelling among the peaks, guardians of ancient forests and hidden grottos. Thousands visit yearly, but few truly sense what lies in the quiet spaces between the stone. Perhaps the most important things in the world were created not by the laws of logic, but by the laws of beauty and mystery. A sense of harmony is born here, a harmony between human genius and the power of nature. Not conquest, but collaboration. You feel a connection across time and realize the aspiration for the sublime is embedded within us. High in Peru, the Andes fold upon themselves like sleeping giants. Machu Picchu clings to a ridge between two peaks, as if the mountain itself chose to cradle human ambition. Built by hands and devotion at 7,970 feet, it's a testament to what people accomplish when they dare to build in impossible places. Stones fit so precisely they need no mortar, just intention and skill. When sun breaks through mist at dawn, terraces catch light like they glow from within. Our greatest creations are not those that conquer nature, but those that find their perfect place within it. This place offers a feeling of sanctuary, of unwavering faith amidst a constantly changing world. The tides are the rush of life, but the mountain and its abbey are an eternal spiritual core. France holds its own mystery in the tidal island of Mont-Saint-Michel, where a monastery rises from the sea upon a rocky crag. Though surrounded by water, the mountain itself feels eternal and untouched, crowned by a spire that has guided pilgrims for over 1,000 years. The spiral pathways wind upward through medieval streets and narrow alleys, each step carrying you further into history. The bay shifts dramatically with tides, isolating the mount and revealing endless sand flats. At night, the abbey glows against the dark sky like a beacon from another world. Even in the midst of chaos and change, you can build something eternal if your foundation is something greater than yourself. Mont Blanc inspires awe and an awareness of your own fragility. Here, the ego dissolves. All that remains is pure being, your breath and an incredible mental clarity born from proximity to danger and primordial power. In the heart of the Swiss Alps, Mont Blanc reigns as Europe's highest peak at 15,774 feet. Snow gleams on its slopes, and summits experience an isolation so complete that climbers describe touching where Earth meets infinity. The mountain demands respect. Weather changes in moments. Avalanches reshape terrain without warning. Yet thousands climb yearly, chasing standing on the roof of Western Europe. Views stretch across borders and nations, a reminder that mountains care nothing for human boundaries. True strength isn't about conquering the mountain, but about letting it show you your true limits and your true place in the world. A sense of bright joy and lightness is born here. These are not stern, but kind mountains that do not overwhelm, but invite contemplation. The soul fills with tranquility and a feeling of serene happiness. The Dolomites of Italy rise differently than other peaks, pale limestone faces glowing pink and orange at sunset. Mountains seem to float above green valleys, defying gravity of landscape. Ancient forests shelter wildlife rarely seen elsewhere. Trails wind through alpine meadows, carpeted with wildflowers, past hidden lakes so clear they seem like windows into sky. This is where Earth shows its gentler face while maintaining untamed wildness. Beauty does not have to be severe. Sometimes greatness reveals itself in gentleness and light. Fitz grants a sense of wild, untamed exhilaration. It is the feeling of chasing a dream, the tension of waiting, and the incredible catharsis when the goal finally reveals itself to you. It is a hymn to perseverance and patience. In Patagonia, where the earth still feels young and raw, Mount Fitzroy pierces the clouds like a spear thrown upward by the land itself. Its granite towers, wreathed constantly in wind and mist, have claimed lives and inspired legends. The peak stands only 11,073 feet high, yet its dramatic angle makes it seem to touch the heavens. Hikers trek for days just for the chance to glimpse it clearly, often finding themselves staring at blank clouds instead. But occasionally, the weather clears, and the revelation is worth every step and every moment of doubt. The most precious things in life are often hidden from us, but it is the difficult path to them that makes the moment of revelation priceless. This is a journey through oneself. Each new climate zone is like a new stage of life. Kilimanjaro teaches slowness and acceptance, granting a feeling of completion after a long and important journey. Tanzania's Mount Kilimanjaro rises alone from the savannah, a snow-capped sentinel visible for over 60 miles on clear days. Its peak at 19,341 feet crowns the tallest freestanding mountain on Earth. Climbing it feels less like mountaineering and more like a pilgrimage through different worlds. You begin in humid rainforests, pass through moorlands draped in fog, and end in Arctic glaciers under impossible stars. Kilimanjaro demands patience more than skill, a slow ascent that tests your spirit rather than your muscles. To reach the summit, you must pass through many changes. What matters is not speed, but the ability to adapt and keep going. Here you feel detached from the earth, suspended between the heavens and the hustle of the world. It is a place of absolute peace, where thoughts slow down and the soul finds refuge. In Greece, monasteries of Meteora perch impossibly atop towering rock formations, rising 1,312 feet above the plains. Monks built sanctuaries here to escape the world, and mountains seem to have helped them hide. Narrow bridges and treacherous paths once served as only access, making these holy places feel utterly removed. Today, the peaks radiate otherworldly calm, stone pinnacles seeming to communicate directly with heaven. Sometimes, to find yourself, you must rise above everything that surrounds you and gain a new perspective. Fuji inspires a sense of balance and perfection. Its ideal form calms the mind and inspires the search for harmony in one's own life. It is meditation set in stone. In Japan, Mount Fuji stands as a solitary sentinel rising 12,388 feet from the Kanto Plain. For centuries, pilgrims have climbed its volcanic slopes, seeking enlightenment and purification. The mountain appears in countless paintings and prints, its snow-capped crown a symbol of Japanese beauty and endurance. At sunrise from the summit, the world seems to pause and hold its breath. In simplicity and symmetry lies the greatest strength and beauty. Perfection is not complexity, but equilibrium. Here you experience a reverence for the pristine purity of the world. It feels as if you are seeing the planet as it was meant to be. It is a feeling of deep gratitude and unity with all living things. In the Canadian Rockies near Lake Louise, mountains frame turquoise water in a scene so perfect it seems painted rather than real. Peaks with names like Mount Victoria and Mount Temple rise above glacial valleys, their slopes layered in green forest and gray stone. The light here changes constantly, revealing new depths and shadows as hours pass. Indigenous peoples knew these mountains as sacred spaces long before climbers sought their summits, and that spiritual resonance still lingers in the thin mountain air. There are places where you don't need to do or think anything. You just need to be and allow that beauty to fill you. These mountains call to something deep within us, something that remembers when we were smaller, before cities made us forget how to listen. Each peak holds its own magic, its own truth about who we are. If mountains speak to your soul, if you feel the pull of high places and untamed wilderness, share these journeys with others. Like and subscribe so we can continue exploring where the earth still reminds us of wonder.